Hi team, meetings. Some of us dread them, some of us love them. It all comes down to the facilitator and how the meeting is run. The tip I'm trying to give you today is the agenda for what I call effective execution meetings. So I always like to open my meetings with some sort of reflection, because remember, if you reflect, you get learnings and insights, which means you then make a small adjustment to your pattern or routine, which should equal effective outcomes. So the first thing I like to open with is what I call highlights and insights. So in between the last time we met, what have been some of the wins, what have been some of the success stories, and what have been some of the insights and the learnings. Then we look at the numbers, the key performance indicators. Again, no more than 3 or 4. I've talked about this in other videos. Keep the KPIs to a minimum. And what we're looking at is the company KPIs or the organisational KPIs and any individuals in the meeting. What are their KPIs? And there should be no surprises there, because you should be running a live dashboard in your team. So we've done a bit of reflection, probably about 10 minutes. Then we look at the KPIs, that depends about 10, 15, depending on the conversation. Then we've got the actions from last time. So if it was last week, it would say last week's actions. If it was last month, it would be last month's actions. Very, very important that these are documented down from last time. And you go around and you connect with each person that's got their name next to an action. Did they do what they were supposed to do? So what have we got? We've got reflection and learnings, or highlights, insights, I like to call them, about 10 minutes. You've got your key numbers you're looking at, 10, 15 minutes. Then you've got your actions for last time. That's usually about 20 minutes, because out of that conversation, you then reset some new actions going towards your longer term goals. And so the fourth item is, what are the actions for next time? So that's it. A bit of reflection and insights, a bit of look at the numbers, a bit of a check-in on how people went against their commitments, and then what are our commitments for the next time, between now and when we next meet. It's as simple as that. Now, if something comes up and it's an important topic, you have at the end what I call the sort of green zone, red zone, where you park things up. You could call it parking lot if you like. What I like to do there is, as people bring up things and they're not directly related to the conversation, I like to say, let's put that in the parking lot, or the green zone, or the red zone, whatever term you want to call it, and let's go ahead and deal with that at the end, and we'll pick one thing out. So at the end, last 10 minutes, hey, we've got 2, 3, 4 things in the parking lot. Which one do you want to discuss? And we discuss one, and that's it. If anybody's getting off track, you need to have good facilitation techniques. One of those techniques I like to say is, sorry to interrupt you, we're going to have to bring it back on track, and we'll talk about that, park that up and take that offline. So your meetings are short, punchy and effective. Don't have anything more than that. When I see meetings and they've got agenda items this long, honestly, most people are in there, their minds are drifting off. Our minds only last for about 20 minutes on something. And the other thing, of course, to run an effective meeting is you must ask a lot of questions. I've talked about this in another video, ask versus tell. Go into the meeting ready to ask the right questions. Ask, be quiet. Ask, be quiet. If somebody's rambling off topic as a facilitator, you need to interrupt that and bring them back on course. But as a general rule, the meeting will be engaging and effective if you have a short, punchy agenda that I've just laid out and you ask questions. And those questions need to be pre-prepared most of the time. So remember, go out there today, say please and thank you to everybody you meet, smile at everybody you meet, and most of all, important of all, be interested versus be interesting. Have a great day.